one of the questions I did also want to ask you too, and this is probably one of the topics I've been meaning to ask you for a while, because I always see you post a lot about just keyword research in general and audience research. So I guess the question I just wanted to ask you is like, how common do you usually see that with most companies you work with? And I guess like, where do you usually see them going wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, I do see its occurrence quite often, to be honest. Almost every other company that I work with, let it be in a consulting gig or, for example, as a client at Omniscient, I do see them having very tactical approach towards creating content. So to them, SEO is all about putting the seed keyword in Ahrefs, exporting a list, and then just sorting based on volume and difficulty. And this according to them is a strategic method, right? Like they think, hey, we have a pretty solid method because we use volume, we use keyword difficulty, right? All of these metrics. And for them, something very basic would be, let's write based on a rough ideas. So for me, the bar is even higher. And I think as SEOs, if you really want to drive major impact based on the kind of goals that you are pursuing, which is usually traffic to increase revenue, you have to start with something more foundational, right? So you have to build a deeper understanding of the customer, of the product, of the market in general, and then you have keyword research, the technical part of it. So yeah, so I see it quite often, even very big companies, because usually we would expect early stage startups to have this approach, but even bigger brands I've seen following this approach and not giving a lot of thought to the overall process of content creation. So again, if you just think about the problem here, right? We have keyword research. So you go into Ahrefs and or maybe SEMrush or whatever tool you're using, and you pick those phrase matching keywords, write those terms, you export that list, and then you use some sort of a prioritization model. The problem is keyword research tools can tell you how many people are searching for a particular keyword. What is the keyword difficulty, how hard it would be to rank based on backlinks, whatever. What they cannot tell you is who exactly is that searcher, right? So when someone is searching for something like what is email marketing, how would you know if that person is a director of marketing at a company or maybe a college student looking for a definition, right? Like it's really hard to figure out who, what are the exact topics that my buyers are specifically searching for, unless you spend time in customer research, which you can do in a multiple in different ways, I would say. So customer research, for example, could involve customer interviews, looking at customer reviews and gaining insights out of it, talking to your own teams who are facing those customer personas on a daily basis, support, sales, success, right? That's the Brandon Hufford framework. So yeah, and again, the idea is to finally use all of those insights and then turn them into a content strategy, which still involves keyword, but not abandoning keyword research. It's just, buckling it up with deeper customer insights.
Yeah, and I mean, definitely, like you said too, it is something that I commonly see with most companies, just like completely ignoring the audience who's actually like when they look at a keyword, it's just what is the search volume behind this keyword, not where is this keyword actually coming from.